Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial from the Code City, and let's get started with setting up our LAMP stack. So LAMP stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL and PHP, as you already know. And I already am in Linux environment, so let's just check which version do we have here. As you can see here, we have Ubuntu and release is this and all this good stuff. So if you want to check what you have, just do this. This works on Red Hat systems and what is this called? Fedora systems as well. Alright, so let's get started with installing Apache first. First of all, we just type Apache 2, then you'll see command Apache 2 not found. It can be installed with sudo apt install apache 2-bin. So that's pretty intuitive, that's pretty helpful. So let's go ahead and do that. But first of all, we will update our what will we update? We will update our repository so that latest versions of those packages are installed that we'll be installing. So what is my password? All right, what is it? Just a moment, let me check my password here. And all right, so I've got my password. Now we are updating our repositories to ensure that it installs the latest version of whatever software we'll install later on. All right, so now what we can do is we can just sudo apt install Apache 2. Now you can do apt or apt get. It's kind of the same thing. This apt is newer, so you don't have to do apt-get each time now. So you can just do this. Do you want to continue? Hit Y and then hit enter. And just like this, your Apache is being installed. And I hope we don't get into any problems. You will not. I don't think I've ever gotten into any problem while installing Apache, and I wish the same for you. Now we have Apache installed, so if you check the status, you'll see Apache is installed and it is running. Not only installed, it is running. So this is it. For Apache, the installation is very easy, just like the other things we're going to be installing, and this is it. Our Apache is done. So L is done, L, because we are already in a VPS. So L is already there. Now the A is also done. Now we are moving on to the M part, that is MySQL. Okay, so let's install MySQL now. So you can just go sudo apt install MySQL server. Yes, hit Y when it asks you, do you want to continue? Because we do want to continue. All right, let's hope we don't run into any problems. All right, this MySQL is running. As you can see here, this is the process ID and it is installed. So now, since MySQL is installed, you might be wondering about what about the users and the passwords. So first, we need to do a very important step. We need to secure our installation. That is, we need to set up a root password. So for that, we just go secure installation. All right, now hit enter. So validate password component, that means do you want your password to be validated? Like when you are setting a new user and a new password, do you want to test the password that it matches certain level of difficulty? So for now, I'll just enter no. Okay, so what do I want my password to be? Enter your password here. Yes, I want to remove anonymous users. This root login, now you might want to do yes if you want this to be enabled. Oh no, my bad. If you want this to be disabled, you will press yes. If you don't want this to be disabled, now you need to press enter, press N. But what is root login exactly? Now root login is, let's say you have MySQL installed in this server, right, in server A. Now if you enable root login, you will be able to log into MySQL server in server A by through your local computer, through server B, through server C. You can log into it from anywhere. But we don't want to do that, so I'll just say no. Do you want to remove test database and access to it? Yes, I want to remove test databases. Reload privileges? Yes. All right, all done. All right, now MySQL is installed and you will be able to log in through your set username and password. Okay, so to the last part now, and now we will be installing PHP. Now, installing PHP itself is pretty easy, but we don't just want PHP, we want to install some very common packages that are bundled that should be installed with PHP. All right, so first of all, if we type PHP, as you'll see, you'll not find anything because we have not installed PHP. So to do that, we go sudo apt install PHP. Also, because we want to be using PHP with Apache, we will have to install libapache mod PHP and PHP, and probably you'll be wanting to use PHP with MySQL, so we'll also install PHP MySQL. Okay, yes. Okay, so now PHP is also installed. Now usually you'll want to install more PHP mods because it's rarely that you don't use any extra mods. So to do that, which mods do you want to install? You can go apt cache search PHP and type less. Now you are able to see all the mods that are available. PHP sample for JSON, JSON model for PHP, curl model for PHP, CLI model for PHP. Now we have all these modules. Now this is already installed. So now you can install the ones that you want to use. So we have so many installs for ODBC and XML, all this stuff. Now you will want to install the stuff that you need in your project. All right. So now since we have installed everything, let's check if it is working or not. So we will want to open our server. So I check the IP of our server. Now this is the IP of our server. So let's check if Apache is working or not. So I'll just copy this. Let's open a browser. And let's just paste it here, and if we run this, you should see an Apache page. Okay, but we are not, so let's check Apache module status. This is running. Why are we not seeing anything? We don't have an error also, so maybe this is not the IP. Okay, so I get it. We are not able to see this because my service provider has disabled port 80 and stuff. Now it must be enabled here in the it is enabled in the virtual machine itself, but since this is not enabled by my hosting provider, I'll have to email them and let them know that this needs to be enabled. Alright guys, I had contacted my service provider and now the port 80 is open. So if we have enter our IP here, you'll be able to see that the page loads. This is the default Apache page, and this is located here inside var and www/html. So this is index page is right here. If you want, you can go and upload your project here and you'll be able to see that project here, or you can create your own virtual hosts, but that is a topic for another day. If you have any problem, let me know. Peace out.